Hmm, it has been a while. Saryn got reworked. Does my Saryn Sarpa build even work anymore? I don't know. Let's go find out. Alright, we got our Corrupted Bombards. Yeah, good. They're level 140. That's the highest level I can go. Let's see what happens. Yep, still works. And I'm back. Alright, I know I started the last video also by apologizing for not uploading for a while. But this time I have a reason, okay? I just moved from the US to China. I got a job that's located here. It took a while to adjust to life here, and then after that it took even longer to adjust to the internet here. That's a whole nother pain in the ass. But I think I have it more or less figured out, and I've got a lot of ideas for a new series, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So the point is I'm going to get back to uploading fairly regular. I think on a pretty regular basis. I'm looking at about once a week if I can keep to that. What am I going to be uploading? I'm looking at a series based on making weird, goofy builds work with Rivens. See, the way that I play the game these days, it's pretty much a Riven game to me. I do sorties every day. I do Kuva missions a lot because I think Kuva missions are just fun and chaotic. And I think I use Rivens differently from the way other people do. I see a lot of frustration online with Rivens, and it seems like there's a lot of people that play the game like they do that sortie, they unlock the Riven, and they're disappointed because it doesn't give them the Riven for the weapon with the stats that they want, and so they think it's trash. I play it really different. I unlock the Riven, and then whatever weapon it's for, I just see if I can make it work. You know, if the weapon has, you know, a lot of times I have to look up the weapon because I don't even know what it is. And then I see if it has some sort of stat that I can use a Riven to exploit. And then if it does, you know, we're in business. I can try to make something work. So basically, most weapons I'm using, I wasn't using before I got the Riven, but then I got the Riven, and then I started using, even this build right now is a Riven build, right? First I got the Riven for the Sarpa. I didn't know what the hell the Sarpa was. And then I made this build based around the Sarpa, and the whole thing kind of came together because of that. So, I've got a lot of builds that are weird and goofy and funny, and they shouldn't work, but they do because of a Riven. And I think in talking about them, we're going to learn, not necessarily for you to, you know, emulate that exact build, but we're going to learn a lot about how stats and Rivens work, and then you can kind of start doing the same stuff with your own Rivens. You can kind of discover your own goofy, unique builds that are, you know, purely yours and express the way that you like to play the game, which that gets pretty exciting. So, I already have like the first 3 or 4 of them planned out. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to talk about them. I'm really excited for the gameplay clips that I always show at the end. I've got the music chosen. I'm really excited. And yeah, let's carry on, right? So, the build. Yes, the Saryn Sarpa works absolutely fine with the rework. In fact, I think it works better than ever. In fact, I think it's the way to play Saryn now. I think it was always kind of a nice little fun way to play Saryn that was pretty strong, but now this has to be the strongest, at least in normal content. If you're going like multi-hours into survival, then you probably want a gun because you're going to be jumping around and shooting a lot. And by the way, if you do go play like that, check out a YouTuber called Life of Rio. Watching his YouTube channel, I picked up so many tips that have improved my game. So check that guy out. He does like crazy long survival stuff, and if he says a build works, you know that shit works because he's tested it. So anyhow, but I don't play that kind of stuff. I like the small bite-sized missions. I don't have the patience to sit there for a couple hours. So my point is that in normal content, this has to be the strongest way to play Saryn. Other Saryns, when their spore damage falls off, they feel really shafted. For this Saryn, if your spore damage falls off, you don't care. Your Sarp is still going to one-shot everything, right? So let's look at the build. The build, I'm not going to run through everything. The Saryn build has never been the focus, so if you find you want to change something, go for it, that's fine. Basically, I'm doing more range to make more use of her super strong spores. Right now you can see I'm using the aura growing power. That's almost certainly not a good idea, it's kind of goofy of me. Should probably be using steel charge. I also put in Handspring, and that is fantastic. And one more really important thing, the arcanes. A YouTuber on my, a viewer on my last video, I think his name was Death by Ego, I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that. He pointed out that Arcane Strike procs, or has a chance to proc, every single time that Spore does damage to any enemy, which means that it's basically always up. Arcane Strike gives you attack speed. On my last video I talked about how attack speed is the main thing you want on that Riven, because that gets you out of those attack animations, gets you doing more damage, helps your survivability. That's what you want. So, if you don't have a Riven, even if you do have the Riven, use that Arcane. That's going to help you so much. The Sarpa build. Before, there was confusion about whether to use corrosive or gas or radiation or whatever. Now there's no confusion. Your spores do corrosive, so put viral on the Sarpa. Yes, Saryn's ult does viral also, but you're not using that all the time. Viral, like, that has to be the best way to do it now. I am using Prime Fever Strike. You don't have to. You can use another 60/60 elemental mod, that'll be fine too. Might even be better, actually. If you don't have a Riven, use more attack speed. That's probably the best choice. And that should be it. I think that's it for me. Does that feel like it's it for you? Yeah, we're good. Okay, we're gonna end this video like we do every time with a gameplay clip. Honestly, it's my favorite thing. It feels like I'm showing off, and I enjoy it. And yeah, and I'll see you in a week with the very first Goofy Riven build, which I'm really looking forward to. Take care.